Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. There have been a number of inquiries about nikah ceremonies and marriages since lockdown, because many people have had to cancel marriages which were meant to happen in these days. And the consequence is that couples who would have been married now and would have been together are still apart, and people are wondering if there are any online solutions. The bottom line is that a fundamental condition of the nikah ceremony is to be in the same gathering at the same time. The offer and acceptance has to happen in a physical gathering in which the two parties are physically present, the offer and the acceptance, and this has to be in the presence of witnesses. And so the idea that you can perform a nikah using social media is seriously problematic, and it's not something which is going to be an alternative, nor is it legally going to be binding for those who go through the formal procedures and the formal paperwork. And so here's advice for those couples who are intending to get married and are having to wait. Well, if you've waited so long already, normally marriages are not agreed and formalized within moments in our society, although marriage is something which should be done promptly, but the reality on the ground is that often these things are planned for months, if not years. And so if the time has come and you have become engaged and you are looking forward to your marriage, then a little more patience, which means in practice for the Muslim, especially with the coming of Ramadan, but at all times, that you do not make intimate conversations either through chatting, through a dialogue in writing, or through photographs, or through video calls. Keep the distance and avoid this kind of interaction to keep yourself pure and chaste. The chastity, the modesty element must be respected and honored on both sides. And so for young people in the passions of youth, it's very important to understand that this is not an occasion to slip when you have kept yourself clean so many years of your life. Allah Azza wa Jal is giving you a halal opportunity to engage in a pure relationship which you want to be filled with barakah. Wait a little longer and consider it like a fast. A fast is a situation in which you don't do certain things until you open your fast, from dawn till dusk. Similarly, keep a fast when it comes to your chastity. That's one of the teachings of Ramadan, one of the morals of Ramadan. It teaches us to control sexual desires as it does to control our urge for eating and drinking. So this is important. So don't spoil it for yourself. Wait until the time is there, and we'll come willingly. We'll welcome you to the masjid, and we will perform your nikah ceremony whenever you want in the masjid, inshaAllah. At the earliest convenience, we will be ready for that, inshallah. And if that occasion arises during Ramadan and you wish to have your nikah done in the middle of Ramadan, it's permissible in Islam. It's permissible in Islam. So if that's what you want to do, that'll be an option too. So in the meantime, hold on. This is the advice for those who are engaged and are wanting to get married. And for those who are not, don't while your moments away by engaging in activity online which you would be embarrassed about if it were exposed. Remember that you have several witnesses. You have your own body, your hands and feet. On the day of Qiyamah, people's hands and feet will be made to talk, and their lips will be, their mouths will be, their tongues will be sealed. So you have your own body. You have your book of deeds which is being recorded. You have the angels on your side, the kiramun katibin, right and left. And you have the earth beneath your feet. يَوْمَئِذٍ تُحَدِّثُ أَخْبَارَهَا بِأَنَّ رَبَّكَ أَوْحَى لَهَا. The earth will tell its news on the day of Qiyamah. It will speak of what happened on its back, because its Lord will have commanded it to do so. The earth is a witness. Talk about artificial intelligence. In Allah's creation, everything has a conscience. And when Allah bids it, orders it to speak, then it speaks, whether it's an object or otherwise. And then, these four witnesses aside, Allah Azza wa Jal Himself is a witness. So many a person has fallen in life because of acting on impulse. But let us remember that our deen is teaching us in salah, purification, ablution, clearing the mind, standing before Allah in devotion. So we leave the dunya behind us in salah. In zakah, we leave the dunya behind. We give of our wealth to cure us of greed and to share what Allah has given us. In hajj, we leave our wealth. We pay for hajj. Hajj is something which is a mali ibadat. You use your wealth to do hajj as well. And we leave our home and our ordinary clothing and our society. So it's a major sacrifice. It's teaching us to move away from the material world. And it's the same with fasting, sexual desires and the desire for food. Our physical connections with the dunya are severed at some level, so that our spiritual existence can become stronger and more powerful. And in La ilaha illallah, the central pillar of Islam too, we're negating everything besides Allah. We're saying that the power lies with Allah, that He is the only deity, the only one we worship. So we don't worship ourselves and our desires, and we don't make other people idols or material things idols. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. So all of Islam is teaching us this. And so for those who are not engaged as well, don't while away your moments engaging in activities online which will be a source of embarrassment on the day of Qiyamah, and perhaps in the dunya as well. Let us not misuse this technology. It's a mixed blessing. It depends how you use it. It has both sides. You can use your communication tools, social media platforms and the internet and so forth. You can use these for positive engagement, for learning and for teaching. You can use it for silatul rahim, to establish and maintain relationships which we ought to maintain with parents and relatives and family and kith and kin. We can use this for positive reasons, for growing as individuals, and we can use them for the wrong reasons. Let's not use them for the wrong reasons. So that's my message for today. May Allah accept, and until next time, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.